Hey everybody, this is CJ,
And I'm Rain.
and we're embracing paradise, and we're back. I know it's been a while, but we're finally settled and finally getting stuff figured out. But this video is about our first month in Dominican Republic. Um, just kind of a um, overall general video of thoughts, concerns, if there's any, what we like, what we don't like, things like that. But we apologize for being so MIA, but we've had some stuff going on, just trying to get sorted and settled. I think we're pretty much there
For the most part,
for
we're
the
pretty
most part.
settled. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a process, moving countries, selling everything from where we're at, or when we were in Texas, just essentially getting rid of everything. That was a process, and now we're trying to just get resettled here. As you can see, we are in our backyard patio area. You can see the pool behind us there. But
There's a
yeah,
lot of construction going
hmm
on, so if you see ladders and people walking around, we apologize. There's
yeah,
not much we could do.
yeah. So just to kind of, I guess, start it off, it's been a month.
Yep.
How do you feel?
It feels good to finally be settled, to be honest.
hmm
Moving Airbnbs was a lot. Um, the last time you guys saw us, we were in the very first Airbnb. We were here in DR, and after that, we had to move Airbnbs because we were waiting for the villa to be ready. So it was literally
Yeah, we
um,
were in Airbnbs for what, like
like three
3 weeks?
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really realize that we had to re-extend our Airbnb until like Saturday midday, and we were supposed to check out on Sunday at 11. And by the time that we realized that, oh crap, we're going to have to extend it a little bit longer, it was a little too late. So we had to find a new one. We had to move to the one in Costa Cana
hmm
from Primaveral Dos. So that was a lot to do in a couple of hours. Kind of get
Yeah,
everything ready. And
literally a
yeah,
couple hours, just pack the Airbnb, get the boys ready, and move to the next one. But like you said, I'm happy that we're settled. We're in our place, just getting comfortable as we go. The boys seem to be getting comfortable. They enjoy the yard, rolling around in it. Sully, the blind one, he tends to make his way. It's like a magnet to the pool. It's like, Sully, get away from the pool so you don't fall in. And one of these days he'll fall in. I'll have to jump in and get him.
or we need to hurry up and get him his little life vest
Yeah, yeah,
so that if he falls in, it's not a problem.
yeah, yeah. So just to kind of, I guess my point of view on it is a month in, um, feels normal, I guess.
Does
Um,
it feel like home to you?
yeah, uh-huh. It just glad, like you said, that we're settled and we have like our space and our house. The boys are doing well, and we're just slowly getting along, figuring things out. I enjoy the area. I guess we can put out a video of Vista Cana soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in a place called Vista Cana. We're
Vista Cana.
Vista Cana, and we can kind of give you a tour video of the area to kind of show you the amenities and things like that. They have a man-made beach.
Mm-hmm.
They have a fishing lagoon. Um, Near the man-made beach, they have 2 or 3 restaurants, 2 bars.
One, because I don't think Jack is open anymore.
Okay, so they have a bar that's on the beach, which I've been there a lot.
A couple
Yeah, a
pools.
couple pools. They're putting in equestrian center, I believe they said,
Yes.
um, for people that own horses, or need someone to put their horses. They're putting in a school, and outside of Estacana, they're putting in
La Nube, which will
yeah,
be a
just like a shopping center.
yeah, it's going to be a mall, and rumors are that it's going to have its own supermarket, so that'll make it easier. I'm hoping it's another Nacional, fingers crossed,
Yeah,
so I don't have to drive all the way to Punta Cana Village, but
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's been nice so far. Got to meet a lot of new people, awesome people. Um,
Took a minute to get internet.
yeah. We'll should we talk about the internet or should we make a video on that?
No, we can talk about it.
Okay, so just because we both need internet because we're both remote, and before we got into the villa, or I guess after we got into the villa, we tried to get Clado installed, which is like their local internet service provider. Um, that was a hassle as far as just getting it set up, getting someone out here. We got someone out here, and you can kind of, I guess, piggyback off of that story because you were the one that was out here.
Yeah. So I filled out all the paperwork with someone at Claro right after we got the notarized contract. And so that took forever. That took a whole week just to get a notarized contract, but that's a
Mm.
different story. So we finally got it. I submitted it to the gentleman. I signed the contract. We did everything. According to their contract, they would have someone out here between 4 to 5 days.
And they would
Um,
give you an hour heads up.
well, according to them, I would get 2 hours of a
Yeah,
notice. Um, every day, I explained to the gentleman, hey, I need to know like when you're going to do it because we're only in this Airbnb until this day. We both work remote. Like, we urgently need to get
internet.
this set up. And he said, yeah, we'll get it in a day or two. Okay, so a day or two came by, and I'm like, dude, what's up? Oh, tomorrow would come. Oh, tomorrow, that other tomorrow would come. Oh, tomorrow. So it was always tomorrow.
Hmm.
And so it got to the point where I'm like, okay, like, I can't wait anymore. Like, what the heck are we gonna do?
Mind you, that was the issue that kept causing us to have to extend our Airbnb
Yeah.
because the Airbnb had internet. We were able to work and do what we needed. I mean, we had the villa for a week without being able to like do anything because we didn't have internet.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
That's okay. So it was a Thursday morning, and I told CJ, this was when we had moved Airbnbs already. I told CJ, like, all right, I've had enough. Like, I'm gonna call Clado and be like, dude, what the hell is up? So I call them, I speak to a girl, and I'm like, look, I urgently need this. This is when I signed the contract with you guys. This is what the guy told me. Like, you guys are well past your 4 to 5 day time frame. Like, what the hell is up? So she goes, okay, here's the guy that's gonna call you. Uh, he'll call you with 2 hours of a heads up. Cool. They needed a DR phone number, which we don't have. So gratefully, one of the people that we've met here who, have pretty much become like family, I spoke to her. She let me use her DR number. So I sent her a message right after I spoke to them, and I said, hey, according to Claro, they're going to call me 2 hours ahead of when they're going to show up. So just let me know so that then I can let my job know, take the time that I need to get ready, go to the villa, and head over there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. About maybe an hour to 45 minutes, or maybe 45 minutes to an hour, really, I should say. She calls me and she goes, hey, Claudio just called me. He's 5 minutes away. And I'm like, great. We are no longer in the Airbnb that's literally on the other side of the wall.
Hmm.
I am now about 10 minutes down the block. And thanks to traffic at the time that she
Yeah.
called, because it was freaking noon,
Hmm.
I'm like, that's going to be a 20-minute drive. Fabulous. So her and I are on the phone trying to figure out so that she can try and get in, but she can't get in because we don't have our passes. There's no way for me to tell, security, hey, let her in. Like, it was just a whole slew of crap. So we get it figured out. I get time for my job. We end up getting here. The gentleman is outside. He comes in and he says, well, I need to check something before I start inside the home. Let me just go do what I need to do. It'll take me about 20 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. So I come into the house. We had bought a couple things for the kitchen or whatever. So I'm in the kitchen with our friend, and I'm kind of washing them, kind of getting the kitchen a little bit organized. And so the gentleman knocks on the door and he goes, hey. So I'm like, oh, come on in, come on in. Here I'm thinking he's done outside. He's ready to do the install on the inside. Well, the news was, yeah, I went outside. The issue is that there aren't enough, I guess, installation ports
Ports.
or what the hell
Hmm.
ever, to get you guys internet. So I'm like,
So he
okay.
couldn't run the line from outside into the house because there wasn't enough spots on the outside box, whatever the hell.
That means, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so now what? What are the next steps? And he says, well, I got to send it to engineering. They're going to do an evaluation. And then once they do their evaluation, they send someone to install the ports, the box, whatever the hell it is. And then after that, then they'll send me out and I'll do the install. So I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take? He goes, I really don't know. I just submit a ticket. It is what it is. Cool. So he tells me, wait about an hour from when I leave and call Claro and, kind of get a little better update from them. I leave here, I go back to the Airbnb, I give CJ the update. He's like, no, bullshit. Call Claro now. By that time, it had been about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm like, all right, let me just call. So I call Claro, I explain to the lady what it is, and she goes, oh, yeah, I see what it is. Here's what's going on. So she says, well, since he sent it to engineering today and it's already towards end of business day and it is a Thursday, it takes one it takes 30 to 45 business days. Now, they take into consideration all the 14,000 different holidays that there are here and the weekends, so those don't count. So the count started officially that Friday, the next day. She said it takes 30 to 45 business days for engineering to make a decision on whether they're actually going to do this installation. After they make the decision, it takes an additional 30 to 45 business days for them to complete the installation. After those 30 to 45 double days, so now we're up to 90 business days, um, then it takes about 4 to 5 business days for us to send an installer and do your install. And I'm like, dude, like I can't take 4 or 5 months off of work with all the freaking holidays that they have in DR for
Hmm.
y'all to decide what the hell y'all are gonna do. So I'm like, is there any way that you can give me like a little mobile device so I can have internet in the home for now? Like, is there anything that y'all can do to compensate me for this time? Because I literally cannot wait. Um, and she was kind of rude, to be honest. And she goes, no. And I'm like, okay, is there somebody above you that I can talk to? I'm like, I literally cannot wait. Like, I'm not the one that's causing this delay. I did everything that y'all asked of me. I gave y'all everything, like, WTF. And she goes, well, I'm going to need you to calm down. And I was like, I'm going to need your mother to calm down, like, legit. I was not having it. So she passes me through to a supervisor. I speak to them. I explain the situation. They tell me the same nonsense. And I literally hung up the call and I was like, you know what? Screw you. You have the fucking day you deserve. Not in such nice words, whatever. So CJ and I get to talk, and I'm like, okay, we're in this Airbnb until this day. The best I can do, like, we had another week, I believe, in the Airbnb, and I was like, the best I can do is we're gonna have to start figuring out like an option B because this is just not gonna work.
Yeah, and then option B comes in, which has been fantastic so far. So we ended up
Expensive, but
expensive, but well, the upfront cost is expensive. So we ended up going with Starlink. Um, it's been great so far. We have we got the residential kit, and then we
an
got
extender as
got an
well.
extender for the downstairs. That way, we essentially had Wi-Fi throughout the house. Haven't had any issues with it yet, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's rained. It's
It's
earth yeah
thundered. We had
thunder.
an
We had an
earthquake.
earthquake. That's another thing we can talk about. We had the earthquake, and it's been solid. So anybody that's having any internet issues in DR, Starlink has been solid so far. I actually told you, I was like, I should buy like 10 kits and just start a business here for Starlink. But
Installing it's a bitch though.
yeah, well, I mean, it is. You need some people, but the guys that did it for us did it within like an hour, hour and a half, and
Mm.
it's been solid so far. But yeah, we have internet now, thank God. So that makes us both happy. What else have we done in the month? I've went back to Texas already. I spent 3 4 days there.
Something like that.
Um, Came back. That Texas heat is different. I did not miss that. It was like 104 one day or something like that. But I got to see my parents,
And your aunt
my
and
aunt,
uncle.
my uncle. So we all hung out. Um, had some Texas barbecue. I missed that a little bit. But
More
yeah,
than chicharron?
no, definitely not more than chicharron. I was missing chicharron when I was there. Yeah, so yeah, I've already been back to the States, and um, now I'm back here, just enjoying everything. What else have we done within the month?
We got a lot of stuff like done in the sense of um like we didn't have any kitchen stuff obviously.
Yeah,
We literally just brought 6 luggage bags with our clothes, a couple of like kitchen storage containers, but that's about it. Um so we bought all the kitchen stuff, pots and
IKEA has been our best
pans.
friend.
Yeah, pots and pans. I've already had family over, so my mom was here for a week, literally almost the same days that CJ was out.
Hmm.
She was here with my aunt and my cousin. So CJ left on a Thursday. They came on a Wednesday. CJ came back on Sunday. They left on Tuesday.
Hmm.
Um, so we even had them over and did that. Like CJ said, the boys have really. I think if they finally feel like it's home. Sully has figured out the stairs for the most part. I
Yeah,
think on day one he almost killed himself going down the steps.
yeah, he did.
Um,
And that's our diabetic blind dog.
yeah,
That thinks he's
Superman.
Superman. Yeah, just he's just everywhere.
Yeah, so that's happened. We have spent a lot of money getting stuff on the house, for the house. Not gonna lie. We're still in a rental. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do about purchasing a car. But luckily, the rental that we got is through a friend. And I've been speaking to her partner in the business, who also happens to be her boyfriend. And he told me, if y'all need extended, it is what it is. Just hit me a text. We'll figure it out from there. So that's been great. Um, we've both been working from here. I mean, I can't complain so far. Uh, Although we have been working, full weeks, I feel like we are not as stressed out here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like what it was. You start at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning here.
I started about 6:30
Hmm.
here,
And I've been doing the same thing. We're getting off at 3:30,
sometimes two.
sometimes 2. But it's just more relaxed, I guess. I mean, we've only been in the pool once, so we've been kind of busy.
Yeah, it's been
Um,
busy.
yeah, so um,
Well, you've been in the pool once. I haven't gotten
yeah,
in
you
yet.
haven't got in it yet. I've been in it once. But I'm a fish. I love swimming. But yeah, we have a lot. I'm looking forward to a lot more experiences and stuff like that. I do know that July 4th we're going to meet up with some friends. The plan is to
Hopefully.
yeah, the plan is to like go buggying. Just for July 4th. There are other American expats and stuff like that that still want to celebrate the July 4th. So we're all like, oh, let's get together and go do something fun. So we're gonna try to go buggying, horseback riding, or something like that, just to go do something. Food's been great. Can't complain about the food at all.
You've been spoiled here.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, when I went back to the States, when I was in Texas, I was like, only good thing I ate was the Texas barbecue. Yeah, and my mom's cooking. She made some rice and beans and meat and stuff like that, so that was good. Um, yeah, what else we got going on?
Um, so you want to talk about the earthquake?
Oh shit, yeah. So on the 23rd of June, that's your her birthday. We went out. We had a few drinks. Well, you didn't have a few drinks. You're a lightweight now.
Hey,
So me, her, and her cousin Enrique went out to the community beach, I guess.
yeah, to the beach bar.
Yeah, to the beach bar, sitting there enjoying a good time. Had a cigar and was just enjoying ourselves. We get back, mind you,
It was
it was
pouring though.
pouring. Yeah, it was pouring, thundering, lightning, and everything like that. We get back. Everybody decides to unwind and say, okay, we're off to bed. You hop in the shower. I'm just getting ready to lay in bed. I lay down, and all of a sudden, just start feeling shaken. I'm like, "Well, shit, is that thunder that just hit nearby?" And I just kept going, going. I'm like,
And I literally said out loud, I'm like, I think we're in an earthquake.
yeah,
And then I'm like, no, it can't be. It's got to be thunder. I'm like,
yeah,
maybe it just hit somewhere close.
no,
And then I'm like, no,
yeah,
it's lasting too long. This is definitely an
yeah. It lasted
earthquake.
about, I would say, about 10 seconds or so. I was just shaking, 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 and then I hopped online and started looking on X and or Twitter, whatever the hell you call it these days, and everybody's talking about it, and it ended up being I guess the center of the earthquake was like 50 miles off the coast of Punta Cana, so it was fairly close. Um, no tsunami warnings or anything like that, thank God. But yeah, it was just strange. the second earthquake I've been in. The other one being in Texas. But yeah, this one was like shaking. I mean, Jake's lazy ass. Jake's our other dog. He just laid down the whole time. Sully, the blind one, got up and started looking around like, "What the hell's going on here?" But yeah, that was definitely an event, especially on your birthday. I told you, I was like, you'll never forget that. Oh yeah, my birthday. I was through her an earthquake.
And then 2 hours later, we were knocked out in bed, and the
Hmm.
aftershock hit. And this one was sleeping,
Yeah, I
but
didn't
I
feel it at
felt it.
all.
It literally woke me up out of my sleep. It didn't wake anybody else up out of their sleep, but it woke me up out of my sleep because I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I didn't feel it at all. So glad it wasn't anything too serious. I don't think there's any, I don't think there's any damage, no people hurt, so that's always good. But there were reports that they felt it in the capital in Santo
Yes,
Domingo. But yeah,
I did
that
see
was
that.
definitely not on my bingo card for your birthday.
Mine
Experience
either.
experience an earthquake. So that was definitely an interesting event. Um, yeah, that it just kept shaking. I was like, oh, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I just kept going. I'm like, shit, I think we're in an earthquake. And then, yep, sure enough, we look online and there was an earthquake. But even that night, there was like other reports of like earthquake in Chile, Japan somewhere, and
Bunch of
yeah, a bunch
places.
of places, which was weird. It was like right afterwards. But yeah, that was definitely an event. But yeah, our first month here. Any last thoughts?
I feel like it has been a little bit of a culture shock in the sense of just like the friendliness of people is more than what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Not more than I expected because I am Dominican, but it's just more than what I'm used to. And funny story, actually, CJ texted me when he was in
Oh yeah.
Orlando um, during his overlay, and he goes, "Man, being in DR for those couple weeks really like got into me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says he was walking past someone, and instead of saying hi or being a regular American and not saying a goddamn
Yeah, I was
thing,
just getting off the plane, walking through the little hall before you get into the airport. When you get off the plane, the lady was standing there, and that's when I was like, "Saludos." She looked at me like it was a white lady. She looked at me, and I was like, "Oh shit, hi, hey, have a good
wrong
day."
language.
Yeah, yeah. And then I texted her like, "Fuck, I'm already, you know, already like stuck in DR ways." But yeah, just to piggyback off that, the culture shock, I guess. I don't think it's necessarily shock to me. Even like,
Not really shocked, but like just, and I'm sorry to cut you off. Not really shocked, but more like you can definitely feel the difference. You know what I mean? Like you can
mhm.
definitely tell the difference.
But I feel the difference even with Americans or expats here, Americans, Canadians, Europeans. They're more just friendly.
Hmm.
Like for instance, I met a fella from the Bronx in New York that was out here. We watched Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and it was just he walked up to the bar at the same time I did. He had a Pacers jersey on, so we just started chit chatting, and it was just like like we were friends for years, and he had been down here for 3 or 4 weeks already. So it's just weird. Shit like that doesn't happen in the states, so it's like even like the Americans here are very like social and willing
Hmm.
to engage and stuff like that. So definitely definitely nice part about that.
Yeah.
um yeah, like I said before, we've met a bunch of people already here, made some connections. I joined a gentlemen's group, I guess, where we get together every month, just dinner to network and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You met some girls that you meet up with, hang out with, and stuff like that. So we didn't have much of that in Texas,
Mm-mm.
just because we're always so busy and working. And
I mean, life definitely is starting to feel more normal here because the first couple of days, we were living out of luggage bags, blah, blah,
oh
blah. But
yeah, don't remind
things
me.
definitely are starting to feel more normal. The only thing that uh, I think doesn't feel normal is the fact that I would only go to the grocery store every 2 weeks. So I would go to HEB or have HEB deliver our order.
Yeah.
Where here I'm like, every couple of days I have to go to the grocery store because I'm like, shit, I forgot this, or shit, we're out of water, or whatever.
Hmm.
But other than that, it definitely feels like home.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Yep, and I'm enjoying the weather. As you see, it's kind of nice.
It's a little
A
cloudy
little
today.
overcast, yeah, but it's still like fucking 90 degrees, so I'll take it. Is there any last thoughts?
No, I am planning to release a villa tour within the next couple of days.
Hmm.
Just got a couple little things that I need to finish getting out of the way. Um, but we'll have that upcoming soon.
We'll have how to get your dogs to DR, like an in-depth breakdown, the company we used, um,
Some cost effective
cost,
with it.
yeah, cost, the entire process, what to look out for, what just just the whole point,
Shebang.
yeah, just from point A to point Z. And then yeah, so we got that video, the dog video, the villa tour. Yeah, we got some other ideas. We just have to kind of uh,
Now that we're more settled and
yeah,
we're almost fully unpacked and whatnot, we will definitely be
active.
more active,
Yeah.
more regular on the posting like we were for a little bit when we were at
Hmm.
the first Airbnb. But we'll definitely get back into that. We apologize for being MIA.
Hmm.
But as always, make sure you subscribe,
Like the video.
like the video, hit the bell, and follow our IG and our TikTok.
Yes.
They are at We Are Embracing Paradise, and it'll be somewhere on the screen over here. Um, but yeah, just stay tuned. We've got a whole bunch of crap coming your way.
Mhm. All right. All right, guys. Till next time. We'll see you later.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.